If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 16 of the Valencia Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. We're into the transfer window and we're having a look at some new right-sided midfielders. We have about 15 million in the budget, as you can see there, 15.6 million. But decided rather than offer money immediately for Carlos Vela, let's just give it a go with the perhaps straight swap for Sofian Feghouli. Feghouli's valued at about 16 to 18. And about the same for Carlos Vela and Antonio Candreva. Their estimations of the value, after I inquired, shot up by about 10 to 15 million each. But we'll try the straight swap for both of them and we'll see what happens. You can see here, putting money in though for Quincy Promes, and we'll do the same for Domenico Berardi. They're not necessarily, good value for money, shall we say. Should we go for the swap deal straight away with Sofian Feghouli for those two? So I'd rather pay for those, but I'd rather get the swap deal for the two better players. We'll see what develops later on in the episode, but we start gameplay-wise with a game at home in the Copa del Rey against Real Madrid. It's the round of 16. These ties are played over 2 legs, of course. We have the first leg today. We'll have the second leg tomorrow as well, and hopefully we can get some good results. We just played Real Madrid in the league, actually, and we're able to get a 1-1 draw, albeit against 10 men. We were 1-0 up when they went down to 10. Then Luka Modric scored a very good finish on his left-hand side into the top corner to rescue Real Madrid a point in the league, but we were hoping for victory in the Cup. Although I was having to play a bit of a rotation side because of the nature of the fixture list, as is always the issue this year on FIFA 16. It depletes very, very quickly stamina, but takes ages to replenish, which is really frustrating if you don't have the squad to be able to deal with it. Karim Benzema, though, skips past the challenge. Really poor attempted challenge from Vezo there. I went in to just try and nick it away from him and, continue the run going just by stealing it by sweeping the foot through. Benzema just skipped past it, and, well, the finish was world-class, in fairness. Nothing any goalkeeper could do against that. Accurately placed with a lot of power as well into the bottom corner. Negredo tried to replicate that, but Kiko Casilla was on hand to make a decent save down low to his left-hand side. Very well saved indeed. Into the 25th minute we head. Still in possession here. Javi Fuego into Enzo Perez. Trying to find a pass. Has to almost do a complete 360 to be able to find a teammate, but Javi Fuego is the man that eventually has the shot, and it does fly over the top. I was pretty disappointed until we saw the replay and realised that actually it was headed quite well on target, but it took a big deflection off Pepe's shin. So why he was claiming that it was a goal kick, I've absolutely no idea. Nothing came from the corner though, and then they were just passing the ball about with it at the back, and then Kike Casilla just hits his self-destruct button and just gives it straight to Alvaro Negredo. I mean, thank you very much. That's 1-1. We've equalised immediately. Brilliant. We'll take that. Nice little fake ball into Isco there from Ronaldo, and then the turn from Isco is ridiculously good. Fortunately, when they work it all the way across to Gareth Bale, the far side, it's on his right foot, not his left, and it's a simple save for Diego Alves at his near post to keep Real out. Into the second half we go. Those Cancelo coming down the right-hand side. Inside to Danilo, forward to Javi Fuego. His first touch isn't the best, but he does get the turn inside, but the shot is about as good as the first touch. So pretty tame and not going to cause the goalkeeper any problems whatsoever. We kept trying to catch him on the counter, though. It was working quite well also. Lovely threaded ball through to Pablo Piatti here. He is left-footed, but we get inside the defender, so decided to try and give it a go, but Casilla makes the save, and then the defender is first to the ball rather than the awaiting Alvaro Negredo to try and make it 2-1 to us. Then Real came forward themselves. Nice feet from James into Benzema, getting his shirt tugged and getting completely battered by the defenders. In the end, just swings at it with his left. You can see how frustrated he is with the fact that that flew well high and wide, but we're still trying to get ourselves a win from this first leg if we can. Orban into Javi Fuego, just trying to find a way through. You can see there's a bank of 3 midfielders there playing very narrow, and we do find a way past Enzo Perez into Negredo, but he can't get the shot off quick enough. The defender gets a cheeky toe in, and it's just enough to offset Negredo's swing with his left foot, and it just takes all the power out of it, unfortunately. But still on the attack. Into stoppage time as we head now, with Negredo receiving the ball, gets it around the corner to Javi Fuego. Negredo's run takes away the space, or takes the run of the defender away, and we have space to have the shot with Javi Fuego, but unfortunately again it was pretty tame from him. Not necessarily renowned for his goal scoring abilities, Javi Fuego. Very, very solid defensively, but it kept falling to him in the box, which was just a shame really, because had it fallen to pretty much anyone else in my front six, we would have scored a goal. But never mind, we're rejecting an offer for Diego Alves. We're also accepting an offer for one of our youngsters. We're accepting an offer for a second one of our youngsters here as well. Nacho Hill, he's going to go out on loan to Leeds United for 2 years. We have the offer accepted for both Carlos Vela and Antonio Candreva with a swap deal for Sofiane Feghouli. I'll be honest, I was very surprised that both clubs were willing to do the straight swap. Now, like I said yesterday, I'm recording this ahead of time before you see yesterday's episode, so I'm not going to confirm either of these deals should they come through before the end of the episode, because I want to make sure I get at least yesterday's feedback from you in the comment section before I record tomorrow's video. But we've offered contracts to Antonio Candreva and to Carlos Vela, and we will see what happens. Rejecting another big bid, actually, 27.5 million this time for Dani Parejo from Monaco, but again, we're not letting any of our best players go in this window. At least I'm not planning on letting any of our best players go in this window. Real Sociedad away from home, though, is the next game, the second and final game of the episode. In La Liga this time around, it's first versus fourth, and if we lose, they'll go above us. As you can see, Atleti's still with a game in hand as well, so it's not going to be easy. We just played one of the best sides in the country in Real Madrid, one of the best sides in the world, really, in Real Madrid, and Sociedad are definitely one of the better sides in the country, although they haven't got a couple of their best players anymore. Eliaramendi is back in their centre midfield spot after coming in from Real Madrid, but they don't have Antoine Griezmann. Obviously, he's been moved on to Atletico Madrid over the past 18 months or so. So they had a very good season when Griezmann was here at Sociedad, and they've kind of struggled since they let him go, especially prior to and even during David Moyes' reign at Sociedad before he got the sack. But Jonatas has the first effort of the game with his head there, not the best or most accurate of headers, but clearly proving in the opening few moments that Sociedad could cause us some problems if they wanted to aerially, so we'll have to make sure we try and stop them from putting crosses in. Thiago, though, showing great feet there and tries a similar shot to Benzema's goal in the previous game, but again, a great save down low by the keeper for a shot from distance from us in this episode. Thiago again involved, though, into Andre Gomez, squeezes it out wide to Sofiane Feghouli. Going to turn inside the defender here, gets a little bit lucky with the tackle falling straight back to him. Hugo Maya into Paco Alcacer, and the keeper can only push it onto the post there, Geronimo Rulli, but unfortunately, again, continuing to drop two defenders with the second ball rather than an awaiting striker. We noticed that in the Real Madrid game, and it seems to be continuing to be the case in this one as well. Feghouli and Dani Parejo link up nicely here into Paco Alcacer, gets the turn in past one and squeezes it into the bottom corner. As you saw there, the secondary defender, he turned one as he went to his left, and then there's another defender closing him down very, very fast on his right-hand side. I was going to try and finesse it into the bottom right-hand corner, but the defender running at me there meant I had to go into that bottom left. And luckily, it flew into the corner, so I'm really pleased with that. Paco Alcacer's really stepped up his goal-scoring abilities and just goal-scoring form recently in this series, so I'm particularly pleased that he's picked up another one. Rodrigo with a nice run there, although unfortunately the shot was straight at the goalkeeper. I was contemplating moving Rodrigo onto the right-hand side to let him cut inside on his left, and a little bit later in the game we do actually do that. We take Feghouli off and we bring, I can't remember, I think it was Rodrigo De Paul I brought on, and put De Paul on the left-hand side of the front three and moved Rodrigo onto the right. We are in the second half now, as you can see, coming down the left-hand side. Cross comes in, but it's well cleared away by Abdenor, and then the secondary header is cleared also, but only to a Sociedad man. Then a lovely ball across here, and I think the phrase for shots like that is you don't stop those. Xabi Prieto with a devastating volley at the back post, so much power right into the top corner. Clearly was delighted with that finish. And to be fair, there's nothing you could do against that. That's a world-class finish from a very, very good move indeed. Rodrigo, though, still on the right-hand side, or left-hand side, sorry, for now. Shot again, well saved. And that was half the reason why I wanted to move him in on the, on the other side, so that he can cut inside and maybe try and finesse shots, because he's shot with laces from those sort of angles. Hasn't been working too well for us so far this season. Andre Gomez, though, is in the box here, and he uses his left foot to devastating effect again. Lovely finish. I don't really know how he's been able to get it in from there. We'll see all three replays, because I couldn't figure out how he was able to, whilst almost falling over to his right, just chop the ball back with his left. See, he's losing his balance as he has it, and he just... The third replay, third angle, gives you a perfect view of just the sort of connection he makes on the ball. Keeper should have perhaps done better, but he just chops at it, scoops it almost. How he got that angle on it, and the how it almost, bananaed. It went up and then dipped again over the goalkeeper's arm. Very strange finish, but, I mean, it worked. I suppose it went in. We're 2-1 in front again, so I can't complain too much, can I? Bakayoko there on a nice turn there, and you can see Rodrigo cutting inside now, and there you go. Tidy little finesse finish on his left foot, coming in from the right-hand side. Seems to be working, so Rodrigo gets the third, and we have all 3 points as well. So delighted with that. Pleased with the draw against Madrid with a weaker side. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the second leg tomorrow. Like I say, I haven't recorded ahead that far yet. Danny Ramirez is going to go out on loan, and we've had a transfer offer in for... Oh no, that was the transfer offer for Thingy, wasn't it? And then we rejected the counter offer for Rodrigo Berardi. And I'm not going to try and chase down Berardi if we're able to get in Antonio Candreva or Carlos Vela. There we go, what on brain. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with those, and again I'll take your feedback into consideration from yesterday's episode and in today's episode before pushing forward and recording ahead for tomorrow's Valencia Carimo series. But Atletico Bilbao is still at the bottom of the table, but we are at the top of the table, 2 points clear of Real. Atleti still are yet to play either of their 2 games in hand, so they can still go 1 point clear of us if they win both of those, up onto 40 points. Sevilla and Barcelona and Celta still all have only played 17 as well, so it can get a lot closer at the top than it actually is right now, and probably will get a lot closer at the top than it is right now. But this is so far the most successful we've been in any of the Carimo series that we've done to date on the channel, so I'm very pleased with how things are going so far here at Valencia. Hopefully you guys are enjoying as well, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check the channel page itself for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it be this series, the My Player series, or the Career Mode RTG. I'll be streaming tonight, so follow the link in the description to my Twitch. Follow me on Twitter as well. That link is down below and on your screen, as you can see, as well as all the other links to my social media, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And a link to the merchandise store if you want to pick yourself up a t-shirt with some of your Christmas money perhaps. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.